I never thought I would have the opportunity to sit right behind the Notre Dame bench. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to act. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not going to be stupid and fucking loud and crazy and shit, but if I were to shed a tear, don't fucking judge me.
Don't judge me as a man, damn it.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Don't judge him as a man.
Easy, I'm telling you, bro. Like, thinking about it, like, man, I'm going to be a fucking mess, dog.
I think, you know what? I think Notre Dame might make a bowl this year. They might win over 6.
We'll see. You know, Drew's actually doing better than fucking Buckner, obviously.
Yeah. And the defense is good.
We'll see what happens.
And you guys play subpar teams. You know what I mean? Other than Clemson. Do you guys play North Carolina State?
Yeah, this year. But at the same time, the way we played Ohio State, bro, you know, that first half, going to first half, beating Ohio State at Ohio State. I'm telling you, I was out of my fucking chair, big dog. I was texting my cousin Danny, and he's an Ohio State fan.
Yeah.
He blocked my number.
I was at work watching it, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, I was thinking about you, because I always think about you when I watch the Notre Dame games, and I'm like, I bet he's about to lose it. I bet he's really happy right now, but he knows what's coming.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, he knows what's coming, though. He's aware of what's coming.
Once they started moving the ball, you know, I looked at my dad. My dad looked at me. He goes, "You got that look in your eye, bro?" And I said, "I do." I was like, I'm seeing it right now. The Irish are fucking hungry for this win, man. They want it. And then second half happened. They started moving the ball, and at first I'm like, you know what? It's Ohio State. They're gonna score.
Yeah.
They're gonna score. It's gonna happen. But then my dad put the nail on the coffin for me, and I'm never a football fan to say this reasoning. But my dad goes, they're going to give Ohio State calls. It's going to happen. It's Ohio State. You're at Ohio State. They're going to give Ohio State calls.
Oh, yeah.
And they kept fucking doing it, bro.
Ohio State always gets calls, man. You
can't
win games at Buckeye Stadium.
And then they weren't calling pass interference calls when it was on Ohio State. I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? My dad goes, it's Ohio State, man. They're the worst team as far as reffing goes. Everything goes in their favor.
Trust me, I know as an IU fan. Not really. They always kick our ass. They always fuck us up, man. But I will say IU has almost beat them a couple times in the last 10 years.
I watched the locker room Tom Allen after Ohio State the other day when he walked in.
He was so pumped. He was so pumped.
You're fine.
Yeah, and you know what they ain't done since? Fucking fight. Them motherfuckers lose. They were losers last year, bro, and they're losers this year, too. I'm fucking ashamed. I'm pissed.
God, man, I love this team so much you have no idea.
Yeah, you know what, Tom? That's great for movies and shit.
But hey.
Hey, hold on a second. Tom Allen, what do you remember about Tom Allen at Ben Davis? You know what I remember about Tom Allen at Ben Davis? They did not win.
Locker room. Well, yeah, big shoes to fill, big Tom.
He went like 4-6 our senior year. That was embarrassing. Our senior class sucked. I mean, they didn't suck, but they didn't win.
Did he not win a title?
No. Tom, what happened with Tom is he left Ben Davis and he went and coached at a high school. I think it was another high school, but it was right under. He jumped from. He went from this high school to a college to South Florida, and he came from South Florida to Indiana. You know that, right?
It's like far playing for fucking Green Bay and then going to the Vikings.
God, that was wild. That was wild, you know. Wild times we lived in then. That's when that was deflate or
fuckers up in Wisconsin.
Bountygate.
Still think that fucking Favre is goddamn Jesus.
Oh.
Like I'm not joking, bro. My uncle lived up there, and you would say Favre in a bar, and everybody turned their heads.
Brett Favre. Well, you know what? Brett Favre's a goddamn con man and he's going to federal prison now. And he's going to. He's going to go to prison.
What exactly do? Like,
Brett. Okay, so this is what happened, bro. He basically he had asked the funding, whoever that is, it was for welfare, the welfare of the state of Mississippi. He knew the guy that worked there, and he had asked him for a grant for his daughter's volleyball team to have a stadium at Southern Mississippi. So, and they let it happen. They did it. So then, after they built this stadium for his daughter's volleyball team, and then what happened is Brett came back, and Brett was like, well, Southern Miss needs new football facilities. They need new locker rooms. They need new this and that. We need this amount of money. Yada, yada, yada. So he wasn't putting it into his own pocket, doing shit personally with it. He was putting it into Southern Mississippi athletics. But it was still illegal what he was doing.
Right. It was kind of like the Wingate situation.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The fuck? Sports, yeah, man.
What the fuck? Okay. So he's looking at hard time?
He's probably going to get like 2 years at least. I would think at least 2 years.
Think he's going to do time?
Bro, when you steal money from the government...
Right.
I mean, there's no saving you, really. I mean, I don't know. I think he might get 2 years. Motherfuckers can go to jail for dog fighting for fucking 2 years. You know what I mean?
I hate to see it because I've always been a Favre lover. I love Favre. Always have.
I always thought there was something about him. Like, I didn't like him. He smelled like cheese.
Defended him through everything, you know. It's kind of like King Tosh said. You know, he's like, everybody's sitting there bagging on Brett Favre. You know, you're old, retire. And he goes, oh, okay. He goes, retire. He goes, how much are you guys going to give me to play for 1 year? $12 million? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can go tell those people go fuck themselves.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play. He goes, you know how much a backup makes? He goes, about $4 million a year. He goes, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. He goes, you know how much a practice squad player makes? About $875,000. Yeah, I'm going to do that too. He goes, you can tell everybody to go fuck themselves.
You can tell Frank to go fuck himself too, you know what I mean? Alright, Andrew, I'm about to shoot my episode now. It's good talking to you. I'll holla at you again, alright?
Where do I see that episode at?
I'll be posting it here in about... It'll be up by 3 a.m. 8.
We need a show with you, big dog.
Oh yeah, bro. You're on it right now, actually. Just so you know, everything you said about the Notre Dame shit, that's on there right there. Brother, have a good one.
Where do I see this episode again?
YouTube. You'll see it. I'll post it on Facebook. I'll post the link. I'll send it to you.
Big dog.
Yep.
We'll see you.
There we go. There we go, y'all. That was Andrew Hagan. He has been my friend fucking as long as I can fucking remember, honestly. He's a big Notre Dame fan. We always talk sports. This is what the fuck we do. We shot the shit about it last week. We tend to talk about it after Colts losses. That's the last time we spoke. And tonight, I mean, I'm not going to talk about the Colts. Because this is about college football, y'all. What's going on, world? Michael Beasley here coming to you from The Inch, Triple Overtime. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Again, like, subscribe, share, comment. Thank you. So we had a really big weekend of college football. So I normally post this episode on Sunday mornings, but after the loss to Nebraska by the Hoosiers yesterday, I was a little emotional. I didn't really know how to stomach it, process it, or get over it, honestly. I mean, Nebraska has been the worst team in college football since the start of the year. I mean, Frost couldn't make it through the first 3 games of the season. Scott Frost, their head coach. That's how bad they've been. They couldn't beat bad teams. So what does that make out of you? Are you fucking lost to Nebraska? Like, come the fuck on, man. 35-21 to Nebraska. I don't think I'll ever truly get over that one. All I'm going to say, though, really is I'm used to losing as a Hoosiers fan. I am. I'm fucking used to it. It is what it is. It's what I've grown. It's what I was born into. You know what I mean? It is what the fuck it is. So moving on. Other games over the weekend. There's a lot of big games this weekend, y'all. So the first big notable game was a Friday night game with number 15 Washington versus UCLA Chip Kelly squad. Chip Kelly squad impressed. They got out to a big lead. They were up 40-16 going into the fourth quarter. They had Forrest Penix Jr., former Hoosier, into 2 interceptions early on that were picked. I think one of them was a pick six that really put Washington in the hole. Washington made the little run in the fourth quarter. They lost 40-32. What was Penix's numbers were 33 for 48, 345, 4 touchdowns and 2 picks. So he still put up big numbers in regards to touchdowns because they did make that late run, like I said. But also Chip Kelly's squad put up over almost 500 yards total offense, 499. Like, damn, like, I don't know if Chip is making UCLA relevant in football once again. I mean, if they've ever truly been relevant, I don't know. But to say that, I mean, Chip Kelly made Oregon really fucking good. They made Oregon have the coolest fucking uniforms in the history of college football, basically. I mean, he became coach there, and they started getting all this cool-ass gear, and then he left for the NFL and failed with the Eagles miserably and failed at other teams miserably. And then he ended up at UCLA now, and I guess he's become relevant again. Also, number 1, Georgia barely squeaked by Mizzou. Mizzou was coming in 2-2, and they had lost that heartbreaking loss last week. But they Georgia beat Mizzou 26-22. Georgia had to score 14 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to win the game. I'm just saying, Alabama handled business over Arkansas 49-26. Bryce Young got hurt early on, but it didn't matter at all. Bama did what they needed to do to get victory. But which is interesting because now that it's Sunday today, so the top 25 has came out, and Alabama has surpassed Georgia in the rankings. So Bama is actually now number 1, and Georgia is number 2. So this, I could totally see this happening throughout the year. This is basically like the battle of the number 1 until they show down in the SEC championship game. Then we got number 14 Ole Miss upsetting number 7 Kentucky at Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin's squad, they had to make 2 critical stops in the fourth quarter to avoid losing that game. I mean, Ole Miss did everything in their power to lose that game and still managed to win that game. And honestly, I think the only reason they won that game is because for the first time in my life, I bet on Kentucky. I bet on Kentucky to win in the fourth quarter, and they didn't. So it's kind of a win-win for me. I mean, I only lost $1 out of it. Then you got number 9 Oklahoma State handling number 16 Baylor. So if y'all remember, Baylor was Desmond Howard's squad, and he had picked them to be in the bowl game along with Pittsburgh, who lost. Pittsburgh, who lost to Georgia Tech, who didn't even have a fucking coach or an athletic director. Oh my God. Pittsburgh and Baylor both lost. Desmond Howard's picked. They both lost for the second time this year. So why do you have guys like Desmond Howard on your show still picking obnoxious picks like this? Is beyond me. And then you had Purdue upsetting number 21 Minnesota, and a lot of people were talking shit about Minnesota, especially at my job. There's a guy, he was heavy on the fact Minnesota wasn't as good as they say they are. My dad won a bet off this game actually, and I lost a bet because I thought Minnesota was going to trounce Purdue. But I didn't know that Minnesota was down their starting running back Ibrahim, who is number 2 rusher in the nation. So forgive me, please. And then you had number 17, Texas A&M, the highest paid school, the highest paid players, the highest paid facilities, whatever it is, the highest paid everything NIL-wise in college football, losing to unranked Mississippi State, 42-24. Like, really, Jimbo? Like, Jimbo, you really just went to Texas A&M to spend money, didn't you? Not to win games. You just went there to spend money because Kevin Sumlin, when he was head coach at Texas A&M, he actually won games. Just saying. And then you had TCU, unranked TCU, drumming number 18 Oklahoma. What was that final score? They beat them by 31 points, y'all. 55-24. Wasn't even close. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, but obviously Oklahoma's becoming a dead horse without Lincoln Riley. Just saying. And then number 22, Wake Forest beat number 23, Florida State. Florida State, I've been watching them throughout the season. They were coming in undefeated. Wake Forest coming in off that last second loss to Clemson in overtime. But Wake Forest gave it to them. Wake Forest has got a lot of confidence right now. I can see this team winning the rest of their games to end the season. They'll probably give Notre Dame a run for their money. Sorry, Andrew. I don't know if they played, but I know they've played have they played this year? I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe. I don't know Notre Dame like that. And then you got number 25, K-State beating Texas Tech. That's just, what it was, 37-28. But those were really the only standout games that I can mention. Notre Dame didn't play. And IU sucks. We suck again. We suck again. No, for real. We suck again. But fighters fight, y'all. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Again, like, subscribe, share, comment. And before I get out of here, I love to end things with a quote. Fire Frank. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
Mind check, vibe check, I've been feeling good. Living life out on the edge like I knew I would. I was chasing blue and green, I misunderstood. Now the money chasing me, I don't move a foot. In the past was up and down, got the switch flipped on for now. Swimming money till I drown, ego taking off the ground. There was so much that I need, I let go of everything. Never failing to succeed, I got thoughts I can't believe.